Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shanika. How are you guys doing today? In this video, I'll be continuing my series, Receiving the Fruits of the Spirit. If you're new to this channel, you might be wondering what it is. So let me just give you a brief definition of this series. So this series basically a time when we spend time developing in the fruit of the Spirit that God has given to his people in Galatians 5 verse 22 and 23. It says that we should know them by their fruits, and he was specific with the fruits of the Spirit that he gave to his people. And sadly, many of us Christians, we don't have all these fruits, or we have some of them, and we need to spend time developing them. I know for myself, I'm not perfect when it comes to all these fruits. So that's why I dedicated the year 2020 to spend time developing in these fruits of the Spirit. And I encourage you guys and challenge you guys, if you come across this video, to just spend time working on yourself to have all these fruits of the Spirit that God has given us. So for the month of August, we're going to be focusing on a brand new fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit that we're going to be looking at is goodness. So I have a running joke that I associate a fruit with each fruit of the Spirit because it's a fruit. So the fruit that I'm going to associate with goodness is orange. But let's jump right into the message of what is goodness. So I looked up goodness on my phone, and it gave me a definition for goodness as the quality of being morally good or virtuous. So when I think about that definition of goodness, I immediately think of someone that is good at all times. They're giving to the poor, they're helping those in need, their heart is good, they're someone you can call if you need help, they make the right choices, they do the right thing. And if I was to look at that definition, I'm sure many of us can pat ourselves on the back and say, hey, that's me, I'm good, I do the right thing. But that is not the type of goodness I'm going to be talking about. I'm not going to be talking about that goodness we do when we're feeling good or to those people that we love. I'm going to be talking about goodness when we don't feel like it, when we're mad, or when it doesn't work in our favor. And when I think about that level of goodness, I think about the Bible, and I ponder on who in the Bible is good. And the first person that comes to me is God. God is the supreme definition of goodness and what it means to be good. God was so good to us when he sent his son Jesus Christ, a blameless man, to come and die on a cross for our sin. God is so good when he constantly gives us grace and mercy when we do not deserve it. And when I think of that level of goodness, I was like, how can we measure up to that? How can we measure up to that level of goodness, especially knowing the heart that mankind have? If you want to get a real good sense of what your heart is, you can look in the book of Romans, Romans 3, verse 10 to be exact. This is a good picture of the heart of man. And it reads, as the scripture says, there is no one righteous. There is no one who is righteous. No one who is wise or who worship God. All have turned from God. They have all gone wrong. No one does what is right, not even one. Their words are full of deadly deceits. Wicked lies roll off their tongue, and dangerous threats like snake poison from their lips. Their speech is filled with bitter curses. They're quick to hurt and kill. They leave ruin and destruction wherever they go. They have not known the path of peace, nor have they learned reverence for God. That is the heart of mankind. It says in the Bible, none of us is righteous. We have all fallen short of the glory. So if that is the heart of mankind, how could God say that he has given us the spirit of goodness? It made me realize that that definitely cannot come from just that old definition of just being virtuously good and doing, being morally and virtuously good. That cannot be us. It has to come from a supreme being. That has to come from God. We can only get goodness from God. And in order for us to be good, we have to have the Spirit of God. Goodness doesn't mean doing good to suit your flesh, when you're in a good mood, are you doing good to people that you love and care about? No. Goodness means going above and beyond that. Goodness being good to people that don't deserve it. Goodness means showing good and goodness to people that hate you. That's what goodness means. And you wonder, how can I attain that goodness? Well, you can only attain it by spending time with Jesus, by spending time with God to obtain that level of goodness. We are all unrighteous. Not one of us is good. We can only be good through God and His Spirit. So that means spending time with God. That means worshiping at His feet. That means learning about what it means to be good from this Bible. We are all falling short of righteousness. And for this month of August, I want us to spend time going beyond goodness, going beyond just that definition of goodness. I want us to spend time, and I want to spend time developing goodness from God's perspective, not from man, not to edify my flesh, but to glorify God. I know many times in my life, like when it comes to goodness, I do it, or when it comes to doing good, I mostly do it when I'm in a good mood, if I'm honest. I never choose to do good if I'm in a bad mood or if someone upset me. And I want to work past that, and I encourage you guys to work past that. And we cannot do it from our flesh because we're not good. We can only do it from God. And that is what I want to encourage you guys to do for this month of August. Let's spend time developing goodness, not from a selfish point of view, but from God. If you're struggling to have goodness in your life and to do good to people, just to do good to people that you probably don't like, or just doing good when you don't feel like it, I ask of you to go to God with this concern and ask Him to help you develop true goodness through Him. We're not perfect, and He knows that we're not perfect, but that's why He came and He died on the cross to help us. And that's what I want to challenge you guys to do for this month of August. So yes, that's what I want to lay in your heart today. Let's spend time receiving the fruit of the Spirit, goodness, through Jesus Christ. I thank you guys so much for watching this channel, and I pray that this message edify your soul and uplift you. Thank you guys. Have yourself a great evening. Bye.